Hi guys and welcome back. So we have some exciting news on the new illustrated Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire version by Scholastic and Bloomsbury, which is going to be published in about a month from now. So this one is going to be published on October 14th. And it has been a little bit of a chaos and a controversy about this illustrated version. Why? Because the illustrator has changed, of course. And I have been reporting on this about half a year ago when the news broke. And I was kind of sad because I absolutely loved the original versions that were done. Book 1 to 3 were done by MinaLima. Of course, the wonderful illustrators and creators that had so much to do with bringing the world of Harry Potter, the Wizarding World, to life, also in the movies, and designing a lot of arts and crafts for the movies at the time. So I was very much bummed at the time when it was announced that Scholastic and Bloomsbury would be moving away from MinaLima, choosing not to engage them for book number 4. But at the same time, I also felt hopeful that we would get book 4. And it seems now that we have some news. We have a new trailer with some more illustrations on how the new book is going to look. So we are going to look at the new trailer here together. I have not seen it yet. I have seen the trailer that was released about half a year ago, and I think at that time it was very limited, so I think we should have a little bit more information now. So just again a little bit to the backstory before we go into the trailer. So MinaLima, of course, they had a very distinctive design, and they had these wonderful illustrations and these kind of play features in the book. And at least from my point of view, like, these 3 books were some of the most amazing illustrated books or edition of any kind of book that I have ever had my hands on. And I felt absolutely devastated that they are not going to continue and not going to finish the series. What then was announced was that the new illustrator would be Carl James Mountford, a very talented illustrator. As we saw, he did a lot of illustrations on books already. A lot of them look amazing and wonderful. And we did get some first images and a first small little trailer on how Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by Carl James Mountford would look like. And what surprised me most, both positively and negatively, so I'm still not quite sure how I should think about that situation. I'm very torn about it. But what surprised me most is that the style of the illustration is very, very, very similar to what MinaLima did. To the point where I think that it's basically a continuation of the original 3 books, the design in the original 3 books. And I think people that will not read too much about it, that will not know too much about that the illustrator has changed, I don't think people will actually realize that the illustrator has changed. That's how uncanny I think that Carl James's illustration kind of design and art is similar to MinaLima. So I'm not sure if he's copied it or not. I don't want to make these kind of assumptions, but to me they look absolutely similar, which is a good and a bad thing. Like, if he's doing exactly the same thing, why not just continue to contract MinaLima and get a full set, right? But at the same time, I prefer him to continue it in this similar, almost the same style, rather than either not having the full series at all, or even worse, just having a completely different style from book 4 to book 7. And at this point, we also don't know if he is going to do book 5, 6, and 7, right? Or if this will be other illustrators altogether again. All we know, MinaLima would have wanted to continue. They have not been asked back, and we have a new illustrator now with a new book coming out on October 14th. And we now have, with the Going Back to Hogwarts special that usually comes out around this time of the year, we got a little bit of more insight on what this book is going to look like. So I want to look at the trailer now together, see how I feel about it, and then we'll take it from there. So let's start up the trailer here. There we go. So let's see. Very magical. I mean, the front cover looks beautiful. It's gonna fit in with the other books in the series. The whole like illustration of the individual pages. Here the play feature with like the dark mark. Um, it looks so similar. This is a beautiful play feature here with the Goblet of Fire and Harry's name being kind of shot out here. I still feel the design looks very similar. Also, these kind of play features, they're very similar to what we saw in the first three books. I love that there's something interesting to find on every page here. So that's beautiful. Okay, so we see here coming October 14th, 2025, a new interactive illustrated edition. Interactive. Okay. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Now, what is interesting here, same as by the way in the YouTube description where the official Harry Potter channel dropped this this video, there is no mention at all of the illustrator. I mean, you can read his name down here on the right on the book itself, the book or itself a little bit, but other than that, there is no mention of having replaced the illustrators, not even mentioning who the illustrator is, because that seems to be the majority of the work that has to be done for a publishment like this, right? But there's no mention of him at all, which I find super weird. Other than that, let's look at the book cover again. I've seen this before. I love the color scheme. I love the glowy green dark mark. This looks absolutely amazing. The whole like color palette here, it's beautiful. I do love it very much, and I'm actually at this point really looking forward to this book. I hope it actually doesn't feel out of place with the other three that I already have in the series. I hope it fits in well, and yeah, I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna show it to you once it arrives, and we're gonna look at it together. I still feel bummed that it doesn't say MinaLima anymore. I still feel bummed that it's not them. I have been to the House of MinaLima in London, and I absolutely love their story. I love their design. So I don't know why this change was necessary, but I think if it was necessary for whatever reason, the continuation here seems to be looking positive. I mean, the book is looking nice. I'll wait for my final judgment until I have it in my hands and actually get to look at it. But for now, I think I'm gonna like the book. I'm still a bit disappointed, but I'm gonna like the book because it looks lovely, it looks wonderful, and it's the same style. The only thing that probably looks a bit different at first sight, but I'm gonna actually compare them side by side, is the characters itself. So if we look at Harry, for example, on one of these pictures here, so let's see if I find it here somewhere. Where is Harry? Okay, so here this picture is the one that I meant. So we see Harry's face here a little bit, and then the design of the human wizard characters, and if you look at like his facial features, I do think that looks a bit different to what the design was from MinaLima. I know he's grown by a year, but still I do think the character design looks a little bit different. So I'm looking forward to comparing these books and the design of the characters next to each other. Other than that, I think very similar style, beautiful color palette. There's a lot of violet in here. Looks purple in here. Looks beautiful. And I'm looking forward to this book. Although I'm not looking forward to spending, I guess it's around $40. But it's an expensive book, so I do hope that I will not feel disappointed by it. But yeah, guys, please let me know down in the comments below what do you feel about this new book. How do you feel as torn as I feel about it? Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to wait a little bit? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.